Welcome to Steady Baseball. My name is Eddie Murray, and today we're going to be talking a little baseball while you get to practice some English. Let's get it started. So you guys might have seen some new technology in the game. This is called the axe handle. You see these two bats. This is the more traditional handle, which, as you see, has some tape on it. This is a Louisville Slugger. You might see some guys such as Christian Yelich swinging that. And these are Victus bats with the axe handle technology. This just allows for a nice smooth swing. See how it just fits right in your hand like that. Some players swinging axe handles are Mookie Betts, George Springer, Pete Alonso, Kurt Suzuki, and the list goes on. It's a growing trend in Major League Baseball right now. So you might be wondering why it's called axe handle and the brand is Victus. Well, basically Axe is the company that came out with the technology for the handle, and they sold the patent to certain companies like Victus. I think Dovetail might have it because Pete Alonso swings those bats. So Mookie Betts is one of the biggest players in the game. He just signed a huge contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers, huge extension. And he's been using the axe handle, I think, for at least 5 years. But he said that's just part of his game. It's just one of his secrets. And if you look at his hands are just super fast through the zone. He's hitting bombs. He also hits for a high average and is an MVP type player year in and year out. Other news in baseball is you might know the scandal with Astros. They're just taking a lot of heat. If you want to see some interesting things on the internet right now, just type in Joe Kelly and against the Astros, and more recently Ramon Laureano against the Astros. They're just getting into some scuffles because there's a lot of animosity going around because the Astros admitted to cheating to win the World Series, and basically there was no punishment for them.
Let's get started with the lesson. So the warm-up question of the day is, which Major League stadium have you visited or would like to visit? As you guys think about that, taking a look at the map, you see 3 bubbles of teams. This year is a little different with coronavirus going around, and to limit travel and limit exposure, only teams in the same division are playing against each other. And there's basically interleague play all the time with American versus National League. So in the green bubble on the left, you have towns. Going from the top, you have the Seattle Mariners. Going down, you have the San Francisco Giants, the Oakland A's, Los Angeles Dodgers, Anaheim Angels, San Diego Padres, Arizona Diamondbacks, Colorado Rockies, Texas Rangers, and Houston Astros. Now, if you look in the red bubble in the middle, that's the Central Division. You have teams like the Minnesota Twins, Milwaukee Brewers, Chicago Cubs, Chicago White Sox, Detroit Tigers, Cleveland Indians, Pittsburgh Pirates, Cincinnati Reds, St. Louis Cardinals, and the Kansas City Royals. And looking on the blue bubble on the East Coast, you have another 10 teams. Now, starting from the top left, you got the Toronto Blue Jays, New York Yankees, New York Mets, Boston Red Sox, Philadelphia Phillies, Baltimore Orioles, Washington Nationals, Atlanta Braves, Tampa Bay Rays, and the Florida Marlins. The 3 largest cities in the U.S. are New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. So if you look again on the map to the right, you got the New York Yankees and the New York Mets, both in New York. And in the Central, you have the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs in the Central. And on the West Coast, you have the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Pardon my mistake earlier, but they just changed their name.
They used to be the Anaheim Angels. Now they're the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, which doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people because it's not the team stadium is not even in LA County. It's in Orange County, right next to Disneyland. So they might as well be called the Disney Angels instead of the Los Angeles Angels. But it is what it is. So we're gonna do a little activity. We're gonna show some major leaguers on the screen, and we're gonna try to guess the player's name, the team they play for, which is you will say the city and the team, and the division. So once again, you got the Western Division, Central, and Eastern Division of baseball. Here we go. Player number 1. Okay, let's take a look. This guy is a left-handed hitter. I believe he won Rookie of the Year a few years ago and just won the MVP award. Now, this picture was taken probably last year. You see the fans in the stands going nuts. Dodger Stadium is a great place to watch a game. It's a lot of fun. I didn't spoil anything. It says the Dodgers right there. But this player is Cody Bellinger. He plays for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and that is in the Western Division, the West Coast. Okay, player number 2. This player was recently traded and is on a new team. No spoiler alert, but it does say New York on a shirt. So who is this player? This player is Garrett Cole, plays for the New York Yankees in the Eastern Division. And a fun fact about Garrett is he is from the West Coast, went to Orange Lutheran High School, and is a Bruin. Went to UCLA, played baseball there too. We were teammates my senior year. He was a freshman. And though that was, 11 years ago, time has been flying by, but just great memories playing for the Bruins. Okay, player number 3, who was this guy? Okay. He's a right-handed pitcher. His name is Justin Verlander, and he plays for the Houston Astros, and they are in the Western Division. Okay. Last player, who is this guy? Give you a hint. His team is from Chicago. This guy is Javi Baez. He hails from Puerto Rico, and he plays for the Chicago Cubs in the Central Division. Now we're going to separate into groups, and you're going to look at each logo of all the Major League teams. There are 30 of them. And you're going to write down the team name of the logo and the division that they play in. Just West, Central, or East. Don't worry about American or National League this year. So you have 5 minutes to do that. And for a little quiz from the lesson, name the 3 most populated U.S. cities and point to one logo from one of the teams in that city. And the answer is New York City, Los Angeles, and Chicago. So I'm just going to zoom in on, this is an obvious one. That is the LA Dodgers. Okay, Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's just do one more. Okay, since quarantine is a good time to catch up on Netflix, you have the Chicago White Sox right here, and that's the team that Michael Jordan played in the minor leagues for and was close to making the major leagues, but there was a strike in the baseball season that year, and he just finished the year in the minors. Then he went on to come out of retirement, and I believe he won 3 more championships with the Bulls.
And quiz number 2, I'm going to zoom in on one of the logos and let's see if you know the team name and the division. All right, here we go. Okay. That is the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they are in the Central Division now. Okay. Number 2, here we go. What team is that? I'll give you a hint. They changed their team name just recently, a couple years ago. Now they're called the Tampa Bay Rays, but they used to be called the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, and they had some really cool logos that they show every once in a while again. Okay, last one. Let's see. You know what? Let's look at this guy. Okay, what is that? Now, if you look at the logo, there's a hint on where this team is located. There's a red maple leaf. And if you're familiar with symbols of certain countries, that represents Canada. Okay? It might even be in the Canadian flag. That is the Toronto Blue Jays, and they play in the Eastern Division. Okay? And the Tampa Bay Rays, they are in the Eastern Division as well.
And our last question of the day is, if you had the chance to go to any region and visit the 10 stadiums of that region, which one would you choose and why? So I'm going to answer this question myself. Today I'm going to choose the Eastern Division, and I'd like to visit all those stadiums on the East Coast. Let's see if I could say them all, okay? Miami, the Miami Marlins, they have a new stadium. I think they have like palm trees and a swimming pool in the outfield, but it just looks like such a cool stadium. And of course, Miami is a lot of fun. Last time I was there was, I'm going to date myself, 2007, playing against the Miami Hurricanes. But it's just a great place to go, and I'd love to visit it again. Another place, let's see, Atlanta. I've never been to the state of Georgia, and they also have a new stadium, a fun team. They'd be awesome to watch. Going up the coast, let's see, let's go with Washington Nationals. They are the defending champs. Also have a new stadium. Some guys on their team that I like, Kurt Suzuki's a local guy. Well, he's from Hawaii, but went to Cal State Fullerton. I grew up watching him play when I was a kid, growing up in the area. Let's see, who else? The Philadelphia Phillies, they have Bryce Harper now. I have been to that stadium back in, let's just say a while ago. That's a cool stadium, a lot of history there. Since we're taking a UCLA class, there's a great Bruin named Chase Utley, who played for the Phillies, won a not national title, a World Series with them. Let's see, the Baltimore Orioles. That is one really cool stadium. They have a brick building out in right field. I don't know, it might have been built in the 1800s, but it's still there. It just adds to the decor of the stadium, and of course the history with Cal Ripken and everything he did, being Iron Man. And actually, Eddie Murray, too, who I share the same name, a Hall of Fame switch hitter, who, by the way, I've had a lot of fun sharing that name with him growing up playing baseball. Let's go to New York. We got the New York Yankees, which have a new stadium. It's called Yankee Stadium, just like the old stadium. I did visit the old stadium back in the day, but haven't been to the new stadium, so it'd be really cool to check out the new stadium. The New York Mets, they're playing at Citi Field. They also have a new stadium. Pretty much every team has a new stadium now, and it's all empty this year. So actually, it would be kind of a cool thing to be able to get into the empty stadium this year and watch some of those games. Maybe I should reach out to some of my friends, see if I can just sneak out into the stands, or who knows. You know what? I saw a security lady working out there after a home run ball was hit into the outfield. So I don't know, maybe just get one of those jobs just for fun and just wear one of those yellow jackets and just walk around the stadium, make sure nobody else can get in except me. Let's see, going up the coast, what else? What other teams do we have? We have the Boston Red Sox. Okay, that is another history-rich stadium. They basically haven't changed it a bit. They got the green monster in left field. I'd love to go up on and sit in the seats up on the green monster. The Toronto Blue Jays. I've been to Toronto. It's a really cool place, and they actually have a huge tower. I forgot what it's called. Maybe the Sky Tower, right next to the Rogers Center, which is the name of the stadium, and it has a retractable roof. It's just also an awesome city to go to, but stadium that I'd like to visit. And the last team that I missed while I was going up the coast is the Tampa Bay Rays. I have been to Tampa. I played in a baseball tournament in Sarasota nearby a while back. Never went inside the stadium. They say it's not the nicest stadium, and they're actually talking about moving the team. They've been talking about moving the team for a while. But I did see the outside of the stadium, and it wasn't the prettiest. I think it was just all gray on the outside, concrete, and with a white top. It's called the Trop or Tropicana Stadium, but that would also be a cool place to visit. So there you have it. I'd love to visit the East Coast, and you know, I even thought about visiting my family on the East Coast, saying hi to them, but you know, COVID is going on right now, so just taking it easy. But I'd love to visit them once all this settles down. Who knows, maybe the stadiums will open next year. Be fun to just check out some games, go around. But hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed this lesson video, and thanks for watching Steady Baseball. See you next time.